Hey people, so Anthony Caldereo here, aka Gangsta Ant. I will eventually change that name, but not yet. So I'm noticing not many of you are subscribing and liking. You're not helping my YouTube channel at all. Anyway, so I'm going to be talking about more things later on, but I still want to deal with this corona thing. And I really don't think this is going to end anytime soon. I think we're going to go into probably September or maybe October with dealing with inconveniences, and I don't think the economy is going to be great yet until that time, because we still have to get over this infection curve, and there's a lot of things to make up for. So it's not going to happen overnight. So I would basically hunker down and just get used to the fact that we're going to have to deal with this way of living for a few months. It may not be this drastic in a month or two, but it's definitely not going back to normal for at least 4 to 5 months. That's my instinct on it. But I do believe that when everything does straighten out, I think you're going to see a boom in the stock market like you've never seen before. So if you have some money that you want to put into the right commodities or the right investments, I would think about it, because I believe a lot of millionaires are going to be made in a period of 2 weeks or less if this thing goes as crazy as it has the potential to. But anyway, so getting back to the virus itself, I'm just hoping that these airplane companies and airlines are not going to try to gouge us once things get back on track, because now all of a sudden everybody's going to want to fly to where they couldn't before, or where they were afraid to fly before. So I would be vigilant in thinking about the things that you want to do and the places you want to go as the crisis gets to a point where people are flying again. You might want to make your reservations early, because I think the airlines are going to try to make up for all their losses. It's going to end up, who knows, costing $1,000 to take a flight. I don't know, but it could happen. They've been known to do it, so I'd be vigilant of that. A lot of people are hating on Trump right now because they're blaming him for this corona outbreak, which is absolutely absurd. No one person can possibly be responsible for a virus. You may not agree to the way he's handling it. I do. I think he was spot on when he limited travel back and forth to China. I don't know what else you guys want the man to do. I think he's doing everything he could, and I do think that there are people using this politically to interfere with the election. I mean, that's my point of view, and I'm not even saying that as a biased person. I'm saying because it makes sense, and it's obvious to me that this is being used as a political opportunity. I just believe that. You're not going to change my mind about it. That's what I believe. I'm not a hater. I don't hate anybody. But I also don't think it's right that people are saying ludicrously outrageous things about Donald Trump and how he's the devil and all this stuff. I just think it's time to shut up about all this. I think we need to put the politics aside and get through this, because at the end of the day, we're all human beings with families and older family members and children, and I just hope that we can push this aside until this is over. Let the people decide who they want to vote for, whoever they vote for, whoever gets into office, so be it. If you really believe that God's in control and that he has the last word, then let your faith be the thing that leads you into stopping the hate. Don't post hateful things, and allow your trust in God to take hold, and trust that whatever happens, God has a plan for it, and everything that happens is for his glory and for his good, and I firmly believe that. I believe firmly in God, and I know he has control of things, and if you believe in him and you have faith, let things unfold the way they're going to unfold. And if Trump is going to do something wrong, And if he is going to self-destruct, you don't need to help him do it. Let him do it himself. I personally think he's going to do a great job and continue to do a great job. That's my opinion. But the bigger point here and the bigger picture is that water always finds its level. It doesn't need our help. If Trump is going to implode and self-destruct, and he's that bad of a person and that bad of a president, then people are going to recognize it, and the votes are going to tell the story. I mean, there's got to be a reason he got elected, and it wasn't Russia. You people need to open your eyes and realize that people voted for him. And if they vote for him again and he becomes president again, then the people have spoken. And if something's going to happen bad, let it happen. If you trust in God, then you got nothing to worry about. This isn't meant to be a political expose here, but I just had to get that out because I think this divisiveness is really, I mean, it's not going to help anything. It really isn't. And, God, I wish I could find some toilet paper. Or I'm going to be using the 3 seashells. And if you're not familiar with that, check out the movie The Demolition Man with Sylvester Stallone, and you'll understand what I'm talking about. So anyway, one last thing I wanted to say is that we thought that this virus was more harmful to older people with underlying health issues, and it is. However, there are a number of younger hospital workers and doctors who are getting very sick with this, very sick, and even dying. Not to alarm anyone, but the good news is this. It's not necessarily the virus itself that is causing people to die. I mean, that doesn't make sense in a way because, yes, it's the virus. But what I'm trying to really say is that it's the amount, it's the gross amount of the virus that you come in contact with that does the damage, because you can get in contact with a small amount of the virus and do just fine. But if you get constantly exposed day after day, or you get exposed multiple times with people who have gross amount of the virus within them, or it's in the area you're in, then it's going to be much worse than somebody just sneezing 6 feet from you. So put that information into common sense form. And I do think that, of course, we're going to get over this. Humanity is not going to become extinct. But if we use our common sense and we focus on the good things and what we can do, we're going to get through this. And our economy is going to bounce back, regardless of who's in office. But, that's a whole political thing that we don't need to discuss right now. But, so that's what I had to say for today. Whether you like what I have to say or not, I sure would appreciate if you like my channel. If you want to make fun of me, go ahead. If you want to agree with my points of view, that's great. But everybody has their own points of view, and I'm open for opinions and responses, trying to get this YouTube channel off the ground. And I know in the time to come, I'll be bringing forth much more relevant subject matter, and maybe we can have some fun with the topics. So I would appreciate if you would subscribe and like, or if you want to say hate my guts, go ahead. So signing off now, and I'll talk to you soon. Ciao.